When Pokemon trials were introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, nearly every type got its own trial in these games. However, some types got their own specialist with a grand trial instead, like Olivia with the Rock type, and then some types didn't even get a trial, like the Dragon type. Well, even though you fight Totem Kamo and earn Dragonium Z, it's still not an official trial. Psychic is one of these types, however, with no trial or grand trial. We do have Fabo, who basically serves as this region's Psychic specialist, but he doesn't count here. So in today's video, I'll go over the themes and premise of this trial, the Pokemon you'll battle against, and how you'll actually earn Psychium Z. With that being said, here is my Pokemon Trials Psychic type edition. Let's get started. On your adventure across Akala Island, taking part in the Water, Grass, and Fire-type trials, you'll make your way to peaceful Pikachu Valley. This will be the setting for my custom Psychic-type trial. This pretty neat area of the Alola region was pretty underutilized in the Sun and Moon games, so here I thought we could give it more of a purpose. This area does allow you to gain access to a few items, notably Pikachunium Z if you show an NPC a Pikachu with a cap, but outside of that, this area doesn't do much for the player. A brand new trial guide will greet you shortly after arriving to Pikachu Valley. Don't make note that you've already earned the Waterium, Gracium, and Firium Z crystals on the island, which means you're just about ready to take on Olivia's grand trial, but you'll be let in on a secret. Pikachu Valley is actually home to the hidden Psychic-type trial of Akala Island. Those with a passion for adventure, and only those who have passed the other 30 trials first, are allowed to partake in the Psychic-type trial. But seeing as how you've passed all the other trials of Akala Island already, you're allowed to challenge it. The Psychic-type trial will be very similar to the Dark-type trial, as you'll have to face multiple waves of Pokemon in a row. However, this trial will feature a twist. You'll be forced to battle with a type disadvantage. Similar to the Dark-type trial, you'll battle waves of Psychic-type Pokemon in battles. However, the only Pokemon you're allowed to battle with are fighting types. Hopefully you'll have at least one in your party, but if not, you'll be able to rent some from the following choices, being Primeape, Poliwrath, Gallade, Toxicroak, Pangoro, Beware, Breloom, Conkeldurr, Machamp, Heracross, and Hariyama. This trial's theme will be the classic mind over matter trope, but in reverse. You'll have to overcome this challenge using brawn rather than the mind, but at the same time have to figure out a strategy to overcome this disadvantage, thus using more of the mind to outsmart the opponent. Luckily, when you enter the battle with your fighting type Pokemon, whether they be rentals or not, they'll be stacked with some coverage and defensive moves that will make them endure the battle longer and be able to deal some good damage to the Psychic types while being hit with super effective damage. So moves like Bulk Up, Reflect, Light Screen, or Double Team to help stay in the battle longer, and then moves like the Elemental Punches, Shadow Punch, Throat Chop, and X-Scissor can provide the necessary coverage to handle these Psychic types and provide side effects. The potential lines of Pokemon you'll fight against include those of Gardevoir and Gallade, Reuniclus, Alakazam, Hatterene, Slowking, Medicham, and Metagross. Fighting these strong Psychic types with a type disadvantage while using coverage moves allows you to master both the brain and the brawn of battling to create effective strategies and overcome adversity. Once you've beaten these waves of Pokemon battles, the Totem Pokemon of this trial will present itself to you, which will be Totem Alolan Raichu. Popular among many Pokemon fans to use in playthroughs in the Alola region, this electric Psychic type will certainly be challenging to defeat. And its 3 ally Pokemon will be Kirlia, Kadabra, and a 10% chance to summon Delphox to the battlefield as well. Once you defeat this totem and its allies, you'll be presented with the Grand Trial Challenge. In one final battle, you'll go up against my team of Claydol, Armarouge, and my ace Gallade, a perfect blend between brains and brawn, combining the Psychic and fighting typings. Claydol will be able to use its multiple eyes to see your every move at every angle. You'll need to beware of Armarouge's elemental powers, especially its signature Armor Cannon move, and with Gallade combining the Psychic and fighting types into one perfect Pokemon, it'll be the greatest opponent in this trial. But you'll defeat my entire team and earn yourself Psychium Z. Having earned the last Z Crystal on Akala Island, it's time to continue your island challenge and head to Ula Ula Island, but not before you go ahead and defeat Olivia in her grand trial. And maybe I'll see you at the next trial. Be sure to leave your own Psychic type trial in the comments below, and until next time, continue to train hard and I'll catch you guys later.